the Bible says, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. And so for me, that's like, okay, go out, see if what you're saying, what I'm telling you, this power is going to unite church and state. It's going to get all the power of the first beast. Go see if that's true. And here, it literally says in a direct quote that Donald Trump's campaign, like literally put as one of their pillars, the idea that they're going to dismantle the laws to separate church and state. That was the first time. Now, in 2024 alone, you had Louisiana put the Ten Commandments as law to be in every classroom, and I know these are being fought in courts, but it's not about whether they're fully implemented and in. It's that you see the wall being chipped away. It's chip, 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 and eventually some chunks are large chunks, some chunks are little itty-bitty chunks. When we start seeing laws with public support mandating the Ten Commandments be posted by the state, those are pretty big chunks, in my opinion. And you're seeing those happen in multiple states, which means it's really the focus is really starting to gain momentum, not lose it. And so Oklahoma and Louisiana did some initiatives. And then there was this first national public school that would receive public funding that was a religious school. And I thought this was interesting. So this was the Oklahoma one, requiring all the classrooms to publicly display the Ten Commandments. But then this public charter school, it was actually a Catholic school. And in the Wisconsin unemployment tax case, it was surrounding a Catholic charities case. So what I'm noticing is in pretty much every instance where church and state, like the initial cases to open the door for these things, like on a local circuit level versus like all the way up to the Supreme Court, it almost always involves the Catholic Church as the entity that will stand to benefit if the breakthrough happens, or is the case by which is being brought forth. So it's like, imagine you're the mother and you hate Protestantism, it's the enemy in your mind, and you just have entities and agents all over through the Knights of Malta and the Knights of Columbus and all of these Vatican loyalists throughout everywhere, and you just pepper the system trying to find loopholes and pushing, and you get 7 of 9 Supreme Court justices to hold your worldview, pushing, because really the last place in the world that has anything like the Bill of Rights is the United States. Everything else is pretty much set up to adopt this monarchy system again. And it's no surprise to me that even on the smallest levels, the first national public religious school is going to be, a Catholic or an evangelical one. And it's just, I don't think it's by coincidence.
No, and Hollywood, I was just thinking, if you look at the portrayal of religion in Hollywood, by and large, most times it's portrayed as Catholic. It's Catholicism. Mm-hmm. It's a nun or a priest, or they're visiting a Catholic church.
Pope Leo hosted an A-list movie stars and directors in what he called a workshop of hope for the film community. Ahead of the gathering, the Chicago-born pontiff shared his 4 favorite movies of all time. And on that list, it's A Wonderful Life, The Sound of Music, of course, Ordinary People, and Life is Beautiful.
The Vatican is sharing the spotlight with Hollywood. It's become a common pairing here, faith and fame meeting in the middle to share a little bit of inspiration and just maybe a little bit of star power. It's Tinseltown meets Vatican City as Pope Leo hosted Hollywood stars like Cate Blanchett, Spike Lee, and Viggo Mortensen, all part of a church effort to deepen dialogue between creativity and faith, and a little help from the big guy never hurts.
The speech was beautiful, very inspiring, about hope and our work in the cinema, and we're glad we came.
The way that they portray Protestantism is usually like if you look at Big Bang Theory.
Oh, this one's sweet, for your rosary rattlers.
Mrs. Cooper, we say Catholics, not rosary rattlers.
My goodness, it's a wonder you people in California can talk at all.
It basically, it's Protestantism is portrayed very poorly, and it seems like the reasonable ones are the Catholics. It's like Catholicism has its foothold in Hollywood as well as being portrayed as sort of, it's the prominent religion that's pushed forward most.
The Eucharist is my express train to heaven. And if you're not Catholic and you can't receive and want to, become Catholic. That's all you got to do.
It seems to always focus back to the little horn, the mother power. And I think people are going to hear us harp on that a lot, but it's because we need to really be rooted in that, because it is an absolute foundational principle that you can really build on. That's not something that's going to get knocked over, taken away, or disproved at any point.